Well, we have important breaking news coming in where the ED heat is felt on ex-Maharashtra Minister Anil Parab, where the Enforcement Directorate has attached assets of Anil Parab worth rupees 10 crores. The ED has provisionally attached assets of Shiv Sena's Anil Parab to the tune of rupees 10 crores, including his beneficiary-owned Sai Resorts. Sai Resorts, let's remind our viewers, have been under investigation of both ED and the Income Tax Department. I'm joined by my colleague Shivani on the phone line to share more details on this. Shivani, if you can tell us a little more about the permission from Revenue Department or construction that Anil Parab has allegedly taken and constructed Sai Resorts. What do we know about this? What are these assets of Anil Parab's that the ED has right now attached?
Well, of course, we have seen already that how previously also the Sai Resort of Anil Parab was raided by Enforcement Directorate. The probe was underway in Ratnagiri's Murud Dapoli area. And now what we are given to understand that approximately 10 crore 20 lakh rupees have been seized. The property has been seized. Simultaneously, they also clearly goes on to say that there were irregularities that they have found that the Parab illegally took permission from the local SDO office for conversion of the use of the land from the agriculture to the non-agriculture purpose and constructed the entire resort in the violation of the CRZ norms. And that is why this twin bungalow, ground plus one floor over a piece of land falling under CRZ 3 Act, which is the No Development Zone, has now been seized for the illegal construction that has been made, that too by taking illegal permission from the Revenue Department of the construction. Also, that they say that further Anil Parab, with the deliberate intention to hide his identity as the owner, obtained the permission in the name of the earlier owner, namely Vibhas Sathe from Revenue Department itself, and also he has forged several signatures as well while making this entire application and the protocols and the procedures for this particular Sai Resort as well. Now Anil Parab is accused of deliberately using the previous owner's name for making this entire construction, taking illegal permission from the Revenue Department, and also forming illegal construction over over an agricultural land while making a non-agricultural project on it.
Right. Thank you so much, Shivani, for joining us with all those details. To remind our viewers, Anil Parab is currently facing ED heat. Anil Parab, Shiv Sena leader, facing ED heat to the tune of rupees 10 crores is what his assets have been frozen. I'm joined by Sachin Sawant on the phone line. Mr. Sawant, if you can hear me, this is Sai Resorts is a property that has already faced heat from both ED and the Income Tax Departments even earlier. So what is the development in this story that has happened, and is there any other reason that you would suggest why Anil Parab is facing this issue?
See, all these actions of such type of agencies are definitely political. There is no doubt about it. And it has been the methodology since last 8 years. That is what they are following. See, the direction is of the Modi government, and they are following their direction. These agencies are being used, or I would say misused, continuously. And they are continuously targeting the opposition parties only. We are still awaiting any such action from Enforcement Directorate against any Bharatiya Janata Party leader. You won't see that. So this is quite clear. This is the methodology. Somebody has to come up with some kind of level allegations from the Bharatiya Janata Party, and they will follow the action because this is basically a plot devised by the Bharatiya Janata Party leaders.
Right, but having said that, Mr. Sawant, the PMLA investigation has revealed that Anil Parab got an illegal permission from the local SDO office for conversion of use of land from agricultural to non-agricultural purposes.
See, the thing is, there are several allegations which have been made against the Bharatiya Janata Party leaders or their allies. Not a single, allegation has been inquired, by any agency. See, on every place, Bharatiya Janata Party's government is there at the state as well as at national level. So why these agencies are not taking any action? Apart from that, these allegations can be inquired by local agencies. Why only Enforcement Director has to get into this? Because the Enforcement Directorate laws, the ED laws, are being misused in this to terrorize and persecute the opposition. And that is what has been said by the ED court judiciary as well. So a letter has been written by the ED court judge, which itself clearly suggests that this particular agency is not interested in prosecuting anybody, but just they are using those laws for persecuting the opposition. They don't want any action. They just want to linger on that so that the opposition party leader, whoever he may so be or she may so be behind bars for some time. So that is what their interest is in. This is completely misuse of Enforcement Directorate laws. There are several, such kind of, what I would say, problems in the country where they are not concentrating. There are many economic, frauds which are happening, and they are not paying attention to those. Rather, they are concentrating on only political cases. These are all political charges from Bharatiya Janata Party, and they are using their machineries to, they're misusing their machinery to target the opposition. Nothing else can be said about it.
Right, Mr. Sawant, thank you for joining us and sharing your views. I will quickly want to go across to Mr. Clyde Crasto, who's an NCP spokesperson, who's also joining us on the phone line. Mr. Crasto, we had Mr. Sawant, Congress spokesperson, who shared his views saying that this ED heat is politically motivated and that the government is using these agencies to come after Sena leaders. What are your views on this? We also shared with our viewers the information that according to PMLA investigation, there has been illegal encroachment or usage of land or conversion of land from agricultural to non-agricultural purposes.
So we have to remember one thing very clearly. There is a justice system in our country and there is the law of the land. And the law of the land will take its course and the judiciary will decide somebody is right or wrong or any crime that they have committed. But the point here is, over the last couple of years, you've seen that the BJP has been using these agencies against people who are talking against them. Now, my question is, all these people who are part of the Eknath Shinde faction, many of them were raised against the law. Questions were raised against them. People who raised, doubts on Anil Parab also raised questions against those people. But the minute they joined BJP, there's been like a wholesale of clean chit that has been distributed to them. What happened to all those cases? What happened to all those people? You are telling me that it's been proved that under the PMLA Act that they have, some kind of discrepancy or some kind of anti-law that they have followed. But what about those people? The fact of the matter is, we have Mr. Anil Deshmukh from our party. For a year, for 14 months, he was in jail because they kept saying that he's done something wrong. But eventually, it is out in the open that these are only hearsay things that they were going by. So this is the same case with Anil Parab or any Sena leaders. You speak against these people, they come with something, and by the time they prove themselves, months and months and days pass by. But my question is, what happened to all those people who were in the dock when before they joined the BJP? The members of the Eknath Shinde faction, all of them were questioned by the ED. All of them came under the PMLA. What happened to them? And the people who were shouting hoarse, screaming hoarse against Anil Parab were the same people who were shouting against the people who were part of the Eknath Shinde group. Now, why are they silent? big hammer they carried and they said, I'll break this, I'll do that. They pulled them up and everything, but now they're not talking, they're silent. So why two different laws? Why this duplicity? So that the thing is, the minute you start talking in favor of the BJP, then all these people who raise voices become silent. So is there a ploy? Is this a well thought about direction? That's what the question is.
Right, Mr. Crasto, we can always come back to what happened with other leaders. But in this situation, you know, this is also a very sensitive area that comes under the coastal regulation zones. So to convert that and have illegal construction can be very damaging and would have probably required ED intervention. But we will come back to you in just a minute. I want to share with our viewers that Anil Parab has reacted to Mirror Now. We've got an exclusive reaction from Mr. Parab on ED's action, where he says that there is no connection with the resort in this case of ED attaching assets worth rupees 10 crores. He says that the resort owner can take the legal route. This is immediate information coming from Anil Parab, his exclusive reaction, where he has spoken to Mirror Now, and he has said that this is absolutely not connected to his resort. I'm going to quickly go back to Mr. Crasto and say that, Mr. Crasto, there are serious allegations from the PMLA investigation, which has also said that there are certain rules that were flouted. There were people who were pressured into giving that land. So we also want to understand that, you know, it's not about who is in power or who is in power at the state or the center. The problem is that this was an area which did not allow anybody to build a resort. It was supposed to be used for agricultural purposes. It comes in a very sensitive CRZ3 zone, and yet this has happened from an elected MLA, from an elected leader, Mr. Parab. So what do you have to say to that? I'm also joined by Mr. Kirit Somaya from BJP. I'm going to quickly go across to him and ask him the same question. Mr. Somaya, you were the initial complainant in this case, and now is this a big win for you or for your party, or even the fact that agricultural land was given away by force, by coercion, by coercing the Gram Panchayat, by coercing other departments to convince to get this land for other purposes, something like building a resort?
There is no question of winning or losing. It is just the corrupt politician abuse of power. Uddhav Thackeray, his colleague Anil Parab were using the power as a mafia. 4 FIR already registered against Anil Parab. Anil Parab bought the land, registered an agreement. Anil Parab sold resort and land to Sadanand Kadam. Anil Parab was regularly paying property tax for the Sai Resort. Anil Parab took electricity connection to construct the resort. He used crores of rupees which he received from Sachin Sawant. And the 25 crores resort is now attached. Now ED has attached the property, but I can assure presently properties are attached. Anil Parab is just waiting for his own attachment.
I think we lost the connection to Mr. Kirit Somaya, who had joined us. But we will come back to him, and I do want to share with our viewers that Anil Parab has reacted to Mirror on this breaking news to Mirror Now. He has spoken to us and he has shared his comments have been that he has no connection with the resort at all, and the resort owner, whoever he is, will take the legal route.